Hello everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, and United Airlines is removing people from their flights again. They are, according to an article from MSN.com, an engaged couple flying on United Airlines from Houston, Texas to their wedding in Costa Rica were removed by a federal law enforcement officer from the flight on Saturday amid disputed circumstances, according to media reports. Now, interestingly, why I'm talking about this is because after the last incident where someone was very publicly and violently removed from a plane that they had no right to be removed from, and I'm not going to explain why. I know people disagree, but here's the thing. I have had long discussions with some of my friends and have read enough about it to come to the conclusion that no, Dr. Howe had no right to be taken off the plane, much less the way he was taken off the plane. Well, anyway, so what happened with this couple though? Well, United said the couple repeatedly tried to sit in more expensive seats for which they had not paid and would not follow flight crew instructions, according to the KHOU 11 News channel in Houston. Michael Hull and his fiancée Amber Maxwell gave a different account though. Of course they did. Howe said he and Maxwell found another passenger sleeping sprawled across their seats after they were the last to board the flight, according to the interview was the news station. Soon after moving to the other empty seats in the economy cabin a few rows up, flight crew denied their request to pay a supplement for the seat, which United sells as Economy Plus, and told them to move back to their original seats. According to the passenger, we thought not a big deal. It's not like we were trying to jump up into a first class seat. We were simply in an economy row a few rows above our economy seat. They did, however, cooperate with an officer from the U.S. Marshal Service who boarded and told them that they had to get off the plane, and they were rebooked on a flight on Sunday. Now, here's what's interesting about this story, and this is why it's kind of confusing. I don't know who to believe exactly. I don't know who's completely telling the truth and who's completely lying. It is true that in the economy section, there are pricier seats, as they say. For example, I fly JetBlue all the time, and while they don't have a first class and an economy section, they do have more legroom seats, and for $15 more you get more legroom, which I want to say from experience, you're not really getting that much more legroom. It's like an inch at best, and I don't know, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. Definitely save the money. But here's what's interesting about the story. If what they are saying is true, then the person who was sprawled out on their seats actually could have been removed. The airline does have the right to remove passengers who are being disruptive. And if you're a passenger who is lying on 3 seats and other people are supposed to be sitting in those seats, you are disrupting the other passengers. So that's one thing. Here's the second thing. If for whatever reason they didn't want to do that, the couple offered to pay the difference in the economy seats. Why wouldn't United Airlines just accept the money for the difference? Unless there was someone who was already sitting in the seats, which the article does not confirm or deny. So that could be the issue, but why wouldn't they just take the money? I don't understand it. It seemed like there were 2 perfectly logical situations where they did not have to be rebooked. But of course, the most interesting thing is that the U.S. Marshal got involved, which the CEO of United stated clearly very recently that they would not use police force to remove passengers from planes again. And this seems to be going against that statement. Now, the article states that unlike Dr. Howe, who was a little bit more insistent that he stay on the flight, the couple was willing to, work with United. But I think that might also be because, they were on a United flight and officers were showing up and they remembered the video of the guy getting his face smashed into the armrest chair and bleeding all over the place. So maybe they just didn't want the confrontation, because I would be way more insistent, like, hey, I have a wedding to go to, and not only is it a wedding, it's my wedding. I don't want to leave. Look, we want to take this flight, but there's a guy who is sitting in our seats. If you move him, we will sit in the seats that we paid for. And if you can't do that, these seats are empty, we will pay you the difference for the seats. I don't see this story blowing up the way the other one did. I really do not. But it's still just enough that you have to wonder. Now, probably very wisely, United did not comment on this one, which was probably their CEO's mistake about the first situation. He commented before he knew all the facts, and for that matter, I don't know all the facts, and I'm trying to be very, very upfront about that. But I would like to know all the facts, and I would like to know, is this going to be a reoccurring thing? I'm flying to Germany Like, do I have to worry about getting kicked off the plane in a few months? I don't know. I mean, I don't cause trouble. I just, put my neck pillow on, my noise canceling headphones, and I pop Enya on my iPod. So I don't know. These stories are just disturbing me, and I hope United can get their stuff together, because this is not right the way they're treating people. But anyway, what do you folks think? Do you think this is right? Do you think it's not right? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.